Welcome everyone into another Yu-Gi-Oh tier list. Today we're taking on the Yu-Gi-Oh Protagonist and their tier list, where I'm going to grade them from S tier to D tier. Let's get straight into this, shall we? Okay guys, we'll start off with the Yu-Gi-Oh first series. We'll start off with the Pharaoh. He is second in line here. He's definitely an S tier character for me. He had some epic battles in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. He dueled Maximilian Pegasus, which was a really, really good duel. Entertaining. I think over 4 episodes. Played an epic card, Magician of Black Chaos, to seal victory. He's played some other epic cards in his time as well. Like, he's played Dark Magician, obviously. He's had Dark Magician Girl, Buster Blader, Scythe of the Sky Dragon, his main god card. Karibo, he used in many cool different situations, which I thought was quite good. The interaction with him and the other characters got better as time went on. Obviously, like Joey, Tristan, and Taya interacted more with Little Yugi, and they grew that relationship with the Pharaoh, which was kind of cool. And the Pharaoh had a very cool journey. He was trying to find a little bit more about himself. He lost basically all his memories when he sealed everything up. And, of course, he had more good battles against Kaiba. He had battles against Merrick, Raphael, and Yami Bakura towards the end there. They're the ones that really stand out for me. He learned a few lessons along the way. He had the odd loss here and there. And a very much a memorable character, and he certainly deserves an S tier rank. Okay, so next up is Little Yugi, guys. I don't like Little Yugi as much as the Pharaoh, but Little Yugi certainly has his moments in the series that I really, really like. Like, he is very, very smart in some situations, especially with the idea to interchange between himself and the Pharaoh in the duel between him and Yugi and Maximilian Pegasus. So Pegasus couldn't read their cards and couldn't work out their strategy. And Yugi had a very cool duel with the Pharaoh towards the end of the show as well, and won the duel and managed to get the Pharaoh to move on to the afterlife, which was a fitting ending for the series. Of course, Yugi is a bit wimpy, a bit shy sort of character, but he gets real confidence and he really loves dueling and whatnot. He has very good friends in Joey, Tristan, and Taya. Like, Yugi was very inspirational in the duel between Yugi and when Merrick had control of Joey and made Joey snap out of control of Merrick. I thought that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, it's more about the Pharaoh for me in the series. And Yugi, for me, a Little Yugi that is a solid B tier character. Right, moving to Jadenyuki. Now, Jadenyuki is from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the second series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Jaden runs heroes and everything like that. I like Jaden as a character and whatnot. He had some pretty cool heroes, like Element Hero Neo stands out. Sparkman I really liked. I like Flame Wingman. The designs on those cards were really awesome. But I felt in the show Jaden had so many heroes, he was pulling them out the hat too often in obscure situations where his cards would work. And some of his catchphrases were a wee bit annoying, but he had some epic duels. Kagimara was a pretty cool duel. Sartorius Kumar, my favourite arc in GX, was a really good duel as well. Yugioh was a pretty entertaining Season 3 part. And I like the concept of GX when he was in the academy and whatnot, and he had friends like Cyrus and Chumley at the start. He met Tyranno and Jesse Anderson along the way. Main rival sort of Zane. But in the show, he's probably in my top 5 of favourite characters, but near the bottom end of that top 5. For me, he's a solid B tier character. Alrighty-o guys, next up is Say Fudo from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I think Say is a very top tier character. It's very hard to decide between S rank and A rank. I'm going to give him the A rank. I like the Pharaoh slightly more than Say Fudo, but there's not much in it. Say Fudo is a very inspirational character. I like the fact that he does up his own bike and duels on a motorcycle. Very, very cool card in Stardust Dragon is his Ace Monster. Has some very epic battles during his run in 5Ds against, say, Jack Atlas, for example. He duels Akiza. He also duels like Callan Kessler. Later on the series, he's dueling like Cherie LeBlanc, Zone, and all those characters as well. He comes up against some very interesting characters and has some very epic ways of finishing off duels. But yeah, for me, Say Fudo definitely fits in the A tier category. And I think a lot of people would agree that he is one of the better Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists that they've had in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, next up on the list, I'll start with Astral from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. So, Astral is a being from the Astral world. A very intelligent character that has amnesia and has got to restore his memory by collecting number cards throughout the series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. And he has some epic battles where he does fuse with Yuma and whatnot, and enables them to get some wins and whatnot. For me, just to sum up really quickly, I think Astral belongs in the B tier. Very solid character. Really like the character from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Okay, next up is Yuma from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, guys. I don't really like Yuma as a character. Just to be upfront, like, I don't mind the series of Zexal. I like other characters, but Yuma does my head in. He is silly with some of his plays, like he just goes in without thinking. He has some different strategies in mind. For me, Yuma sadly belongs in the D tier. I think they could have made him a lot better. He's feeling the flow in some particular duels. He goes with his own instincts, but he has some moments in the series as well. Like, you have to watch the show, and yeah, he pulls off some epic moments, but for most of the time, Astral is helping out Yuma, and Yuma pretty much looks like he's a crazy person, sort of having an argument with Astral all the time. And yeah, that's hence why he's in D tier for me, just to sum that up. Next up on our list, guys, is Yuya Sakaki from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. I kind of liked Yuya's style, actually. I didn't mind Arc V. He had some very cool ideas, including the Dimension arc where he went to the GX world, the 5Ds, and Zexal worlds, and met characters like Jack Atlas, Crow Hogan, Kite Tenjo, Asta Phoenix, etc. Yuya plays some really cool monsters as well. I like Old Eye's Pendulum Dragon as a print. Very underrated card as well. We've got Time Gazer and Stargazer Magician scales he used at the start, which I kind of like too. They're kind of cool. Performer Pals, many different ones that he played throughout the show. Performer Pals, for me, yeah, not the best archetype out of all the series in my opinion, but still some very cool monsters amongst that collection. For me, Yuya Sakaki has a very unique dueling style as well. He's very acrobatic and fit, and they run around arenas picking up cards, which kind of make the duels where he's involved very, very interesting. For me, he belongs in the B tier. Very solid character. Arc V is a must-watch as well. Okay, guys, we're moving on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns. Now, we've got two characters here to rank. We've got Yusaku and Playmaker. Pretty much Yusaku and Playmaker, very similar characters. Of course, Yusaku takes the persona of Playmaker when he duels. So they have speed duel formats with 3 monster and spell and trap zones. Of course, they run the Talkers and Firewall Dragon initially at the start. I kind of like how that plays out on hoverboards as well. Like, some early epic battles to note. They Playmaker duels the Gore, who runs Gokis, and Blue Angel, who runs Trickstars. But yeah, very interesting series. It's very hard to rank both of them as two separate characters. I'll give Playmaker the B tier rank. I kind of enjoy his duels. I think they're quite solid. Yusaku, for me, will probably fit in the B tier rank as well. Okay, next up on the list is Hugo from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s is having its current run on Japanese televisions as we speak. We've got a few episodes in. Hugo effectively plays rush duels with drawing 5 monsters per turn, and it's very chaotic and it's very interesting. And I can't really put him anywhere at the moment, but I think he's a C tier character for me, with the ability to move up into the B tier, along with a lot of the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists in this series. But just to give you guys a bit of a heads up, I can't make a real judgment call on Yugo at the current time. So that brings the end to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist list, guys. Do you guys agree with my list? Do you think characters should move up or down based on what I've put them there? Give us a like, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share with us with a friend, and have a bit of fun doing this as well. And I'll see you guys with another tier list.